Excuse me while I scratch. Pardon me. Okay. And we've got Pope John Edgar IV. And this gentleman, his name is John, and he lives in Tasmania, Australia. And he's originally from Canterbury, England. And so now we've got two people, or I know two people, from Tasmania, Australia, Whirlpool's End. And it's funny, and there's probably some inside joke, and I don't know, underground listeners said to ask Whirlpool's End about sheep. He and I haven't talked too much about sheep. He did say something about gorillas, but he hasn't talked too much. He and I have not talked about sheep. But, there's all that joke, about the Scots and anywhere they raise sheep. I'm from New Mexico, and I used to tell my sister that I wanted to grow up and be a sheep herder so I could live away from civilization. And sheep just seem like such a nice animal to raise, And then, of course, when I say that to anybody now, they're all like, yeah, you sheep shagger, No, I don't like sheep because of that. They're just nice. And there's that whole, the Lord is my shepherd, the whole thing, a shepherd and his flock. There's a romanticism to it. It's not all about, ew, icky. It's not all about that sort of sheep love, I like sheep because they're not mean. But please, none of you be sheep, okay? We're all goats. We're going to resist, Resist authority. All of us. Anybody who listens to this, think to yourself, look, I might pretend to follow you, but inside here I'm free, okay? And then when they're not looking, do something. Stick your tongue out at them. Oh, so let's see. So I see that Whirlpool is here, and he says, we share interests and both suffer the effects of parental clumsiness. And what's this? You live in Tasmania too? Next you'll be telling me that you line dance with sheep. But if so, and I have experience in these matters, best to keep it to yourself. I'm sure, Whirlpool, like you really line dance with sheep. They should make a Brokeback Mountain version of, instead of like they're watching cows, they watch sheep. That could be, well, no, let's not do that. No, let's not make that. Okay. I did see Brokeback Mountain, not by myself. I saw it with a female who talked me into it. And I just show, I'm secure enough to watch that movie. And you ever see that Family Guy episode of Brokeback Mountain? It's pretty good. Like they do, how Family Guy just breaks away to this sort of random clip. And it's Brokeback Mountain from the view of the two horses. And the two horses go, well, they've been in that tent for quite a while. What do you think they're up to? And then the one horse sticks his head through the tent flap. He's like, runs away. He had to have been there. Okay. So, Pope John Edgar IV, welcome aboard. Another Aussie. Cheers. Oh, and I think way out there, he's an Aussie too. So, Australians, you're like Americans, but there's a little more edge to you, But I think we have a lot in common. So, cheers. Notice as the more gin I get in me, the more animated. And frankly, I didn't think I had anything to talk about. And boy, just like get a couple drinks in me and I just blah, 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 blah. Gem 73. Gem 73. Have to say, I know you're married and all that, but you are an attractive lady. So here's to you. Gem 73. And she's got quite a few videos out there. Very, very bright lady. And I've watched her videos before. And she's, if I'm not mistaken, part of a True Patriot Action, TPA, which is, I don't want to leave anybody out, but Methadone for Life and Coffee Dude and I believe Schizo A Prioria is part of that. And proud member of True Patriot Action. I think I wasn't going to talk about him. I won't tonight. But there was a certain person who was a member and I guess got booted out. And then, anyway. Time to pour out some more gin. I know, Crazy Cat, you don't like gin, but it's such a clean drink, and there's a proud tradition, with the gin joints, It doesn't say like in Casablanca of all the gin joints in Casablanca, he didn't say that He says all the gin joints. He doesn't say of all the vodka joints, okay? You like vodka that has no flavor, but gin has this like, it's clean, you know, juniper berries. I suppose it's an acquired taste. Somebody told me it smelled like cleaner or Pine Sol or something. I go, well, I don't know. It had that Greek, some of that Greek wine or something. It has like, it's flavored with pine, and that's nasty. But that doesn't, gin doesn't taste like that to me. There's no pine in this. Good stuff. So Gem73, if you're watching, I turn around, and you probably know this by now, I turn around and subscribe to YouTube. And very nice lady. And so I can see that a lot of us, we all know some of the same people. I can see that Scott Greenhood has posted a comment on her page. Thanks for commenting and visiting, Gem. And Scott Greenhood, he's a great guy. He's a good guy. Him and Free Soldier. There's these activist artist types. And I think of myself as I'm sort of an artist, sort of an activist, but not as much as these guys, you know. And moving right along, Peace on Earth 108. And I see that it says City San Francisco Country Christmas Island. That's confusing to me. Is there a San Francisco in a country called Christmas Island? I don't know. But he looks to me like he's a musician. And I'm kind of curious how he heard about me. Oh look, he's got in his favorites here, he's got a lot of Beatles and Jerry Garcia, and Donovan. Oh, awesome. I have a special soft spot for Donovan. Yeah. You know, the Scottish answer to Bob Dylan. And he had that mantle thrust on him, and it weighed a little too heavy on him. Okay. And the Angry Dummy. Oh, this guy, Angry Dummy, he's awesome. Angry Dummy has 6 videos out. Very nice page with a cartoon background. And once again, you know, like Doc Rusty or anybody from the Network of Evil, they're all wonderful people. But if you're the shy, retiring type and, you know, and you're trying to shield your ears, shield your hair, shield your ears from vulgar material, then, you know, you might want to steer clear of these guys. But, you know, old Frank, even though some of his material is like, you know, ranting and cursing, aside from this man is such a gentleman. And this guy that's giving him such trouble, and old Frank and Angry Dummy, they're all friends, and Angry Dummy's, you know, well, you know, it's kind of obvious. Old Frank gave Angry Dummy, his character, his own channel. And but the Leon Show, and, you know, and these all, and we send messages back and forth. And so Angry Dummy signed up. Thank you, Angry Dummy.